Check, check. You. Check one. You. What's up? Hmm? You got to wait on what I'm doing. I'm about to do my show. Watch out. We gotta go. So watch out. Turn the light off. It ain't gonna take me long. You. Let me see. We good? Good. Levels is good. What up, good people? What up, good people? How y'all doing, man? Think I'm gonna start doing this from now on. I think I'm gonna do my blues news live. How about that, man? Y'all like that live joint? Who in the building, man? Who we got in the building? Miss Roberta, how you doing, Miss Roberta? Blurty South in the building. What up? Yeah. Professor Film Fan, what up? What's good? House gang. Yeah, man. Like I said, that's what I'm gonna start doing it like that. Think that's what I want to do. I think that'd be the best way to do it. Get this news out of here, man. We ain't gonna stay too long though. Still gonna be, you know what I'm saying, quick, to the point, efficient. But I think that's the way I want to do it. That's not what I want. So, yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. How y'all doing though? How y'all doing? House gang was good. Y'all already know, man. We're about to get into it. You know what I'm saying? Quick little news hit y'all over the head. So lock in, vibe with me. You know what I'm saying? If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Turn them notifications on, man. Trust me, I'm gonna bring y'all some good news. Well, not good news in form of, oh yeah, that's good news, but it's gonna be good. We're gonna have, you know, dope dialogue about this news, man. And appreciate y'all hanging with me. Let's get into it.
How much time till we're on?
We're on, Ron.
What?
We're on the air right now.
I'm ready.
Yeah. So right off the gate, man. What I want to start with out the gate. Let me see. Out the gate. Let's talk about. Let me get into some Blade, man. Let's get into some Blade, man. Yeah, let's get to some Blade, because this Blade situation. It's Blade situation. We always got a Blade situation, right? That's just what it is. We always are gonna have this Blade situation. So we got Blade situation going on. Is it back on? Is this Blade situation back on? Is will we finally get to see Mahershala Ali? That I don't know, man. I really don't know. But so Mahershala Ali, I forgot where he was at, but I think he was at the premiere of Jurassic Park. I think Jurassic Park premiere, right? And Mahershala Ali tells Marvel that I'm ready to shoot. Right, and I'll read it. I'll do a quick article. This from Vibe. Says Mahershala Ali has not abandoned the idea of starring in the Blade film. During the new interview, the 51-year-old relied the message that the fate of the film is with the studio, as he is ready to get to work. He's saying he's ready to go. Well, y'all I'm ready to go. He says, call Marvel. And this is what he told Variety at the red carpet premiere on his latest film, Jurassic World Rebirth, which comes out June 23rd on Monday. He says, I'm ready. Tell them I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? He said Ali also spoke with Hollywood Reporter about Blade, and he echoed a similar message. He says, I'm just taking it a day at a time. I'm doing the best work I can. He said, I would love for Blade to happen. We'll see. I don't know where Marvel is at right now. I'm just looking for the next great part. I really am. Last year, Marvel's reboot of the Blade film franchise was removed from its 2025 release calendar. The project was first announced in 2019, ladies and gentlemen, at San Diego Comic-Con after Ali pitched Marvel president Kevin Feige on him leading as Eric Brooks, aka Blade, right? Now, according to Variety, Tariq was first signed on to direct before exiting back in September 2022. 2 months before production was planned to start. Additionally, Yan Demanger was tasked with directing, but has also left the project. Derolindo and Pierre were once attached. They also scooted. You know what I'm saying? We love the character. We love Mahershala Ali's take on him. And we're rest assured, whenever we change direction with the project or are still figuring out how it fits into our schedule, we let the audience know. You're all up to date on what's happening, said Feige, November 2024. It's almost a year since Feige said something at Disney's D23 event. What up? So yeah, that's how do you got Mahershala Ali won an Oscar, 2 of them back to back, man. 2-time Oscar award winning, you know what I'm saying? Got cast back in 2019. Everybody went crazy when they came up on that stage. Then ever since then, it's been delay after delay. Script rewrites, new director changes. You know, at this point, Blade got more drafts than Ant-Man Quantumania got jokes, right? Like, oh my God. Like I said, we got all these directors who was attached. Bassam, Tariq, Yan Demange, you know what I'm saying? They all out. They all quietly dipped. Peace, I'm out of here. I think even Bo DeMayo was a screenwriter. We had Bo DeMayo as a writing a draft. You know what I'm saying? They rotated in and out like interns. Rotated in and out like interns, man. Y'all know how I like to do on my Blues News. And now that it's live, I can actually get y'all participation. Why do y'all think Marvel can't get this movie off the ground? That's what I'm asking y'all. Why do y'all think Marvel cannot get Blade off the ground? What is it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna start doing a segment called Blade Watch. That's what I'm gonna start doing, a Blade Watch segment, because this is just ridiculous, man. Mahershala Ali saying, call Marvel, I'm ready. I don't even, is that a good thing or a bad thing? That sounds bad. You know what I mean? That sounds bad to me when what up? That sounds bad to me when you're leading actor saying, nah, it ain't me. You call them. All them dudes over there, because this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? When he gotta nudge the studio, when he gotta tell the studio to get right, either he out of the loop, either he don't know what's going on, or he just trying to apply pressure. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, I don't think the movie coming. And I keep telling the homie Ty, salute to Ty, I keep telling him, man, that Blade film ain't coming. It ain't coming. Right? Because what's the hold up? What's the hold up with this shit? It shouldn't take this damn long for a Blade movie to drop, right? We had Wesley Snipes showing up in Deadpool and Wolverine should let Marvel know that it's an audience out there, right? It's an audience there. What is going on? Is it the rating? Can they not get past PG-13? Are they scared to go full R? I mean, they went full R with Deadpool and Wolverine. What is it? Why won't it work, man? You know what I'm saying? We got Phase 6 dropping or coming up. Fantastic Four, Avengers Secret Wars. We got X-Men rumors flying around, which I'm going to get into a little bit later. So where would be fit into all of that anyway? Because it don't seem like they are real urgent in trying to put Blade in anything. And from the get-go, for me, Blade always felt optional. It always felt that they weren't necessarily behind Blade, right? Like, we can do Blade. Oh, you want to do Blade, Mahershala? Okay, we'll peacock you out here, dog and pony show, but are they scared that it won't connect to the MC? Like, I don't even know what's so hard about this. That's what's baffling to me. That's what's really messing my mind up. It ain't that hard. You ain't even got to connect it to nothing. It ain't that hard. Drop that shit and run away if you want to. Throw that shit like a grenade. Wow, and just run. Get out of there. It ain't got to connect to the MCU proper. And then someone say, oh, no, they just waiting on the soft reboot. Why, though? Why? I'm sorry, Robert. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But why? Why would we wait? Why wait? Give me the gritty Blade. You know what I'm saying? Marvel Knights type Blade. Give me that Netflix energy type Blade. Give me that. But make it with the cinematic muscle behind it, cinematic influence behind it, and then just let Ali cook. But by the time we get Ali gonna be too old. Too old. Now let's throw some ideas real quick before I go on to the next segment of how or where Blade could show up at real quick. Right? Blade could show up in Secret Wars before a solo movie, maybe on a multiversal scale. But if that happens, I don't think it'll be Ali. I think it'll be Wesley. You know what I'm saying? Because that just makes more sense if they was gonna do it that way. Maybe Marvel saves him for Midnight Suns, roll out with Moon Knight, Elsa Bloodstone, and Werewolf by Night and things of that nature. I think that's stupid. I really do. I think it's stupid because Blade stands up on his own, and then to just smash him in with Elsa Bloodstone, Moon Knight, and Werewolf by Night, to me it's a waste. You know what I'm saying? But y'all tell me what y'all think. What are y'all takes? Where does he show up at? Where does he show up at, man? Because if Blade don't happen by 2026, I think Marvel just got to let it go. What y'all think? If Blade don't happen 2026, they just got to just say, you know what? We're not doing a Blade film. We're done. We not jacking that. We're moving on. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know if y'all think Blade is ever coming. Blade is not coming. I'm telling you, that's on me. That is on me. Cooked and burnt. It is not coming. I'm telling you. Yeah, most definitely aged out of the role. Most definitely. It is not. I'm just letting y'all know, man. It is not coming. Just not to me. It's not to me. All right. So yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think. Next up, let's get into, let's talk some X-Men. Huh? Y'all want to talk some X-Men? Let's talk some X-Men. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people are excited for X-Men, want to see what X-Men got going. You know what I'm saying? Just want to see what's the new, what Marvel can do with the X-Men. A lot of people, I'm sure, want to see what the MCU can do with the X-Men. Recently, we had the Thunderbolts director, Jake Schreier, I think is how you pronounce it. He got pointed out by Ryan Coogler, right? Let's get into this article. Share this article. Yeah, let's share this article. Should have shared the last one. Let's read this article real quick. If it's share this article. So Thunderbolts filmmaker Jack Schreier explains his X-Men approach without confirming that he'll direct. Now, today, director and Ironheart executive producer appeared to confirm the recent reports that Thunderbolts director Jake Schreier is set to helm the Marvel Studios project. Perhaps unaware that the news still hasn't officially announced, seemed pretty certain that Jake is directing that. When asked about being a fan favorite choice to helm the project himself, he wasn't quite so ready to confirm that he's attached to the movie. During an appearance at the Mediterranean Film Festival in Malta, Schreier asked how he had approached the reboot and what he'd do differently to the previous movies from the now defunct 20th Century Fox era. He says, even if I were confirmed on that movie, I don't think I'd be allowed to answer that question. I guess what I would say is that it always starts from character and working with great writers and collaborators, and certainly thinking about how to do something with any project that you take on. That's as I say. It's pretty obvious Schreier will end up stepping behind the camera for the Comic Mutant Heroes introduction to the MCU, and we will likely get an official announcement at SD. Schreier has proven that he can deliver on a story featuring a team of misfit characters because he did Thunderbolts, even though it underperformed at the box office. But he still seems to be a somewhat divisive choice for the project. Cast is reportedly set to get on the way very soon, and the likes of Harris Dickerson, Margaret Qualley, and Julia Butters are said to be on the studio quarterly and contingent to play Cyclops role Kitty Pryde. But we don't know if that's still the case. Alien Romulus star David Johnson and Trinity Bliss, who may be in line to play Jubilee. Other names that popped up in the room mill include Hunter Schafer as Mystique, Ayo Edebrir as Storm, and Javier Bardem as Mr. Sinister. Here's what Kevin Feige had to say about his 10-year plan for the saga in a recent interview. He says, I think you will see that continues in our next few movies with some players that you might recognize. Right after that, the whole story of Secret Wars really leads us into a new age of mutants and of X-Men. Again, if it's one of those dreams come true, we'll finally have the X-Men back. I can't stand Kevin Feige, y'all. If y'all be rocking me, y'all know I can't stand Kevin Feige. I just lost all faith in that dude, man. I just really lost all faith in that dude. No release date set yet, but that is the short skinny of everything with Jake Schreier. Right after he broke I guess you could say broke his silence. He didn't necessarily confirm he was directing, but he did talk how you would start the reboot, and I'm with him. You know what I'm saying? The X-Men have to be personal, political, emotional driven, right? It can't just be all spectacle. And the MCU has won the day with spectacle. And I know a lot of people saying, oh, the MCU got to get back to spectacle. I think the X-Men is a big enough brand that they are the spectacle, right? To me, everything surrounding the X-Men is the spectacle. Like I said, being personal, being able to relate to those characters, the political overtone or backdrop of the X-Men universe, and then the emotional beats that the film or the IP would have that would, have you on the edge of your seat looking at this joint. You know what I'm saying? If they do it right. And his word was, it always starts with the character, with great writers and great collaborators. That's how you build these worlds the right way. I like that he's talking about building the world the right way, building the world. Because a lot of MCU movies that have come out has not had the world building that they necessarily need to have. You know what I mean? The world building is gone. What's that, Mr. Rivers? Forgive me. I tried slowly hard. They're going to say that Emma Lee will age out when they had Liam Neeson run around the age 70 plus. And yeah, no. To answer that question real quick, because these movies take time, and yes, Denzel and Liam Neeson were doing these movies, but those characters were also of age, right? Like Denzel's character that he does in I can't think of the movie. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The last two movies that he's done, he's supposed to be an elder guy, even with Liam Neeson, elder guy. Mahershala Ali is a vampire or vampire hybrid who doesn't age. Equalizer, that's right. I got so much going on right now, but he's a vampire who doesn't age or ages slowly. So it's hard to look, right? And we want to keep him going because we don't want just one Blade movie. We want, if I'm Marvel Studios, I don't want just one Blade movie, especially if it's good. I want to keep making these things and have him show up in various other films. That's the reason why they spoke on him aging out. But yeah, so back to this. Do y'all want X-Men movies more on action or character? Because I would like more character, but dope action, if you get what I'm saying. Give me, because if you add in Sinister, that's a complex. He's a simple but complex character, especially if they have the right person play him. I don't think Javier Bardem is the right guy for me. I would like a pompous Englishman, right? Because that's what Sinister is. Give me a pompous English guy. If you can find just the most pompous, somebody who you'll look at and be like, that dude might be racist. Like, that's the guy that needs to play Sinister, right? And I agree with William Moloch. You got to go with it's got to be a bigot angle. You got to go with that. You got to go with that. Got to. But Schreier as a director, I like him. I think he could work. I like what he did with Thunderbolts. I think he did a good job with Thunderbolts. I think he'll be able to bring Magneto or Storm to life the way that we would like to see them. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, if I'm him, because we need a POV character, I would make, well, it's X-Men, so you need at least 2 POV characters, maybe 2 or 3. But the 2 POV characters I would go would be, because last time it was Wolverine and Rogue, right? That's what they gave us, is the 2 POV characters. I would go Storm and Cyclops. Storm and Cyclops would be my POV characters. That's what I would do. That's who I would surround my stories and base everything around. Storm and Cyclops, especially if I have them jockeying for a leadership position. Oh, that'll make dope film. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would like to see. But Schreier is more of an indie director, and I think that works. I think him being the indie director work. I don't think we necessarily need a proven action filmmaker, but if we can get him to come in and then get a team who shoots action, you know what I'm saying? Get some whoever his first DP is or something like that who has shot action, get him a team like that, stunt men and choreographers and things like that. I think it'll work. Because the stunt work and the fights in Thunderbolts were good. I think Thunderbolts is a sleeper. So I'm high on Thunderbolts. I know it didn't do good, but I'm high on Thunderbolts. So, you know, then Kevin Feige talking about the mutant saga and his plan, 10 year, decade plan or whatever. Yes, play the long game with this. You do need to have a playbook, a Bible, whatever you call it, ready to go 10 years. Let me write down. Let me get everything down. You know what I'm saying? But let me in pencil. I don't need it in pen. not pen and ink. I don't need nothing permanent in pencil, but I need that plan. I need the outline. I need all of this 10-year outline. I think that's a good way to go. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a good way to go. And if I have that 10-year plan and I'm using one guy to outline the whole Bible, because that's what Schreier comes in at, Jake Schreier, right? That's what he come in at. If he outlines the whole, if it's his playbook, if it's his Bible, everything meshes well. If he's the head guy, like Ryan Coogler with Black Panther, even though he ain't meshing well over there, but he should, to quarterback the whole, the back, you know what I'm saying? Everything, it would work. It'll work. So I like that. He'll be kind of like Marvel's Matt Reeves, so to speak. They've done, you know. So yeah, now Coogler, and how does Coogler know this information? That's the part that got me scratching my head. Like, why does Coogler? Is Coogler gonna be the architect, right? Why is it his record? Why Coogler got the opportunity to point over at him? Would y'all want Coogler to be the architect of the X-Men world? I don't know. I don't know if I would want Coogler to be the architect of the X-Men universe going forward. I really don't. What up, Pam? I really don't if I want to do it. That's a hard one, man. Because I need to see more of Coogler and what he can do as far as keeping things straight, right? Keeping things in line, because Black Panther 1 to Black Panther 2 are two totally narratively contrasting films, right? Great, and the thing is, Coogler is a great director. Great director. I don't know how much of the film that he wrote or rewrote. You know what I'm saying? Most directors rewrite to fit their style of filming. But Coogler is, love him to death, but Pollock say he want Bo, but with guidelines. Say Bo got to keep his hands. No, you know, let me not say that. Bo is the homie. Coach said yes, he understands the struggle. He couldn't even withdraw from the bank without being arrested. No, true that. I do think he is. I'm not saying that he doesn't understand the struggle. It's just creatively, other than what he did with Sinners, creatively. But I wouldn't mind if Coogler showed up and said, you know what, I'm gonna be the executive, I'm gonna be the EP over the X-Men. I might do one film, but I'm gonna be, quote unquote, the showrunner, like I said, the architect of the whole X-Men situation, the X-Men saga going forward. I wouldn't necessarily be mad. I just want him to do his due diligence and don't go astray like it. Because I think he went, and I know it's high emotional times, but he went astray with Black Panther Wakanda Forever. You know, I really just think he just went astray. You know, I can't really answer that. Yes or no, just like what he said. I don't doubt it. If it happens, I wouldn't be. If it happens, I think he'd be dope as T'Challa. T'Challa. I think he'd be dope as T'Challa, not T'Challa Jr., but T'Challa. So, you know, yeah, he wouldn't be bad. Like I said, I wouldn't be mad necessarily if it happens. It's just I got my own nitpicks with Coogler. You know what I'm saying? And that's about it. My own nitpicks. But yeah, another thing is and I like talking more X-Men news, right? Because X-Men could be one of them. X-Men could really be one of them. You know what I'm saying? If they get this cast, if they get the cast together, if they the right cast, oh, we good. We locked and loaded. They get the right cast. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think they need big names for the X, because the X-Men itself, the X-Men franchise and the IP itself is big enough to me drive people coming to the theaters to watch. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. You know, I got 16 in the chat. Please give me some likes, man. So we can get people watching. At least give me half. Let me get 8 likes. If it's 16 in here, let me get half. Gray in a bit. What's up, Gray? Man, you been missing. Where you been at, bro? Where you been at, man? Glad to have you up in here, Holmes. Glad to have you up in here. But yeah. Who y'all want to see? Matter of fact, what characters would y'all want to see the makeup of the X-Men team? Do we get a would you want a blue and a gold team? Would you want a blue and I think a blue and a gold team would be dope. If they can figure out how to do blue and gold, you know, because X-Men got a lot of books, right? So if X-Men could figure out how to do Uncanny X-Men and X-Men, if they can figure that out, I think and I know that's a lot, but if they can figure out how to actually break the teams down, imagine. No, that might be too much. I'm gonna say 2 films a year. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. Like, I just like the X. That's just how much I like the X-Men. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Storms both should get teams, and we to watch if they can figure out a way to make us like the first movie, like we get that rivalry. I don't know. It's something. It's something. I that's just I think I would love to see that, man. Love to see that. But y'all, what are y'all dream cast picks? Who would you like to play? Storm, Cyclops, Wolverine, and like I said, who would you want your team to be? Hit that in the chat, man. Who y'all want y'all team to be? So Jack Schreier, Jack, I keep calling him Jack. Jake Schreier, Ryan Coogler, could those be the architects, the mutants going forward? Are we here for it? Is Marvel setting the stage for something big, slow burning, ready to go, emotionally driven? Are we here for it? Oh, I like that. That's it. That's my pick. But yeah, man. Y'all let me know in the comments down below. All right. With that out of the way, let's keep this thing pushing, y'all. Let's get into this last topic I got. Let's talk some Ironheart. Reviews have been mixed, right? But also it's been getting some hate. Right. I'm gonna be the first one to tell y'all I'm not the biggest Ironheart fan, but I don't necessarily want this show to fail. I think it might be too little too late. It's been sitting on the shelf for 2 years, to say. And I think it's got a lot of hurdles to overcome. And before I really get to the article, let me get out some of my stuff. Marvel sets up black characters, black media, the way possible. They set it up in the worst way possible. This sat on the shelf for 2 years. Momentum spent, gone, dead. Didn't do the best marketing job when they finally resurrected it and said that it was going to come. Right? Disney, Marvel, whoever you want to call it, they never protect their actors or actresses from the hate and the vitriol that's coming. They don't sit down with them and say, hey, don't let those small group of people who are loud and small them talk. You go out there and be the best you because we got your back. We'll handle all of that. We gonna handle. You ain't got to say nothing. We gonna handle it. They never do that. They always take, if you're a black character or a black actor or actress, it's like they just throw you to the media and let them chew your head off, right? They just don't do. I don't want to use the term minority, but diverse well when it comes to giving the masses diverse things. It's like that. Who y'all got in the offices, man? Who y'all got in the offices? It's crazy. Y'all dropping 3 episodes all at once. That's let me know that y'all have no faith in this whatsoever. Y'all just trying to get this out of here, over and done with, right? It's nasty work. To me, it's just nasty work, man. Nasty work. But I want to get to mixed first, and because it is people seen it. Good, it's been a good thing. So since Ironheart's first reactions are mixed, but praise its strong finale. Let me say this. Coming to the stage. The initial reactions for the MCU series Ironheart are here, and while they are largely mixed, most of them laud the finale. Produced by Marvel Studios, Ironheart is the 14th small screen entry in the MCU and revolves around Dominique Thorne as Riri Williams, aka Ironheart, originally introduced in the 2022 feature film Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. 2022. It's been 3 years, y'all. 3 years since we seen or heard from Riri Williams. It's bad, man. First reactions to Marvel Ironheart are all over. Ironheart has garnered a mixed initial response from critics who watched all 6 episodes of the show. The directs Aaron Carnell took to X and gave a glowing review to the show. He shared that Ironheart delivers an insanely fun story that perfectly blends tech and magic. The critic praised Dominique Thorne and Anthony Ramos's performance as the eponymous character in the Hood, respectively. He added, "It's filled with fun, Easter eggs, and crazy surprises that would change the MCU forever." That sounds dope. Sounds dope. I ain't gonna front. Sounds dope. Meanwhile, Ed Mar Tesseract observed that Ironheart was a decent entry in the MCU, salvaged by the surprisingly strong finale episode that is among the best finales of Marvel TV. They criticized Riri Williams' character development as thin, though they praised Alden Ehrenreich, who plays Joe McGillicuddy, and the depiction of the tech versus magic conflict in the show. I do like the tech versus magic. I don't think me personally, but I ain't an executive over there at Marvel, but me personally, I wouldn't have done the tech versus magic in this show. This wouldn't have been the show where I did the tech versus magic, but that is me. Warren Thompson of Cosmic Wonder, if y'all know who he is, he noted that he was bored watching most of Ironheart, though he also praised the ending, calling it pretty epic. He added, "Wish the whole show was, but sadly didn't like it that much." Rohan Patel, comic book movie, all praised Thorne and Aaron Rich's good performances. However, according to Patel, the series really didn't soar since it really takes a while to get going. He proceeded to criticize the antagonist in the show before praising the finale as well. Hollywood Handle posted that Ironheart failed to stick the landing and was a disappointment overall. They shared that while the show had some fun moments, its characters were bland and the plot was super uninteresting. Ironheart premieres tonight, right, on Disney Plus. So, like I said, some mixed reviews up and down. That's kind of been the norm for a lot of MCU shows of late. Hearing that does not make me not want to watch it. You know what I'm saying? It's not making me run to go watch it neither, but it's not making me run to go watch it. But as of late, Rotten Tomatoes score, weird, I don't even know, but it's not weird, but going to Rotten Tomatoes to review bomb a show that you haven't seen yet is nasty. That's nasty work, because that's what's going on right now. According to the site, 32% audience rating on Rotten Tomatoes for this. That's like, how does that even work? You know what I'm saying? You ain't even seen the show yet. That's one thing I think a lot of people talk about when in regards to some of these shows, right? Y'all ain't even watching the show and y'all going to review bomb it. And I'm not gonna say it's not a whole bunch of things involved with it, but we know what it really be about. Right? We know what it really be about. It's a black woman. We know what it's about, right? It's a black woman. So y'all just run a review bombing. So it's like, what? I mean, you know, what happens when no one's seen the show, but it's flooding, you know, with hate? Like, why y'all hate? Y'all ain't even seen the show yet. Like I said, I'm not necessarily a fan of Ironheart. Not a big fan of Ironheart. But y'all ain't even seen the show yet. So y'all want to review bomb it for what? For what? So let's talk a little bit about review bombing. And I'm pretty sure they did. I'm pretty sure they did because, but it's the simple fact is it was up. It was there, 32%. It was up there. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that they wiped it yet because you ain't seen it yet. And I'm glad that they did that. Kudos to them. If they did wipe it, props to them. Props to them. But let's break down review bombing. Because some people don't even know what that is. Review bombing is when users flood a film or show's online ratings page, like an IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, you know, and other things like that, with low scores and negative comments, often for reasons unrelated to the actual content. Now, what's crazy is, and maybe we should start doing this. I think if you're a supporter, go review bomb the opposite way, right? Go review bomb the opposite way. They review bombing it bad. We should go review bomb the opposite way. Now, this review bombing normally happens before the public can even see the work. And Ironheart got hit hard. Now, Lawrence is saying that they took it down, but it got hit hard due to, you know, Marvel's focus on diversity, women, you know, people, you know, people of color, things of that nature. But Rotten Tomatoes has revamped the audience rating system after the backlash of the Marvels and Miss Marvel, things of that nature. So I think you got to verify a ticket purchase now or something like that to leave reviews for movies. But with the TV series, I don't think they got that same protection. So I'm glad that they are trying to put certain safeguards in place before you can just go and make a review. Show me that you saw this. Show me that you bought a ticket. That way you can't just come on here and say, oh, I ain't like it. You ain't even gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't even about Ironheart, right? When you review bomb something, it's not about, it's the culture war that's happening in the spaces that we are in, these geek spaces, nerd spaces, blurred. This social space that we're in, it's getting bad. It's just really is, and I don't want to call it toxic. People, I hate using the word toxic in this, because we can easily turn things off. I could easily, you know, not go on there to because we don't have to go to Rotten Tomatoes or IMDb to check the score. Like back in the day, you know, I never even checked reviews. I just, if I want a movie, I went to see a movie. You know what I'm saying? But now me in this space and I'm on YouTube and things of that nature, I do go check reviews, you know, so we can come here and talk and disseminate our ideas and things of that nature. But so it's just crazy that fans would act like Riri Williams is a threat. You know what I mean? Like, if it ain't good, it ain't good. It ain't gonna work. And that's, I guess, I'm so merit based because I'm competitive. You know, I do sports. I was in the military, things of that nature. So I'm so merit based that I look at, if it don't work, it don't work. Now I got to go back to the drawing board to figure things out, right? So there's no need for me to hate on something. I can give my critique, right? I give my critique, but I don't have to hate on, especially before if I can't, like, somebody asked me, give me a critique on a movie that I haven't watched, I'm not going to say, oh, it's trash. Like, why would I do that? I ain't seen the film. Why would I say, oh, it's trash? But that's what's going on. It's a lot of bigots, a lot of racists. You know what I'm saying? Just people who don't want to see black leads or women or even queer characters, you know what I'm saying, in a lead or in a prominent role. And that's weird to me. That's to me, it is. It's weird because if the movie is dope, if it's good, it's dope. Right? And some people say gatekeeping. I don't mind gatekeeping. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. I do not mind gatekeeping. I do not, because the thing is, a lot of these people who are coming into these spaces, they are not of the culture. And that's why I don't mind gatekeeping. Because I think you do need to be vetted. Right? I think we should vet people. And it ain't got to be like berate them with questions and all of this and the third, but a lot of these people step into these spaces knowing damn well you're not a comic book fan. You know, knowing damn well you don't like black-led films or women-led films or anything like that. And then you come into these spaces giving a thought about it, knowing damn well that this ain't what you don't even like this stuff. Right? That's like me. I'm a big hip-hop fan. Right? R&B, you know, things of that nature. If I go and I just, not saying that I haven't listened to rock, but I go over to the rock side of things and I'm over there just giving critique after critique. Now I could say that, you know, the music ain't necessarily for me. I could say that. But if I go down and I just start hating the music, you know what I'm saying? Or even on the movie side of things, if I'm not into romantic films and I just go down and just start hating, I wonder, does that, now that I say that, do they review bomb romantic films? Do these same people run over to a rom-com before it even come out and just review bomb it? That's the question. So with me asking that question, why do it for these films? Why do it for Star Wars, for Marvel film, for a DC? Why are you review bombing those films, but you don't go over to when Jessica Biel comes out with her rom-com with Justin Timberlake, just throwing people out there. They don't go and review bomb that. You know? Why? It's just crazy, man. It's like they're trying to gatekeep something that they don't even rock with. You know what I'm saying? You don't even rock with it. You're only doing this because it's hot. Marvel is, you know, comic book movies is hot. What's the deal? You know what I'm saying? What's good? But yeah, I like Rotten Tomatoes doing the whole show me what you bought the ticket thing. You know, to be able to even review it or rate it. But with no verification on the TV side of things, that means that these same bad actors, these same trash individuals can come over here and swarm the show stage. You know, and the genuine fans. And I think that's the bad thing. If you're a fan, this is what I would put out to everybody. If you're a fan of something, show up and support it. If you get turned into a fan of something, show up and support it. Like I said, I'm not checking for Riri. I'm gonna watch it because Marvel, I like Marvel, so I'm gonna watch it. If it's dope, I'm gonna support it, and I'm gonna let y'all know that it's, you know what I'm saying, how I feel about it, and I think it's good, and I say, hey, go watch it. That's what we got to do. You got to counter the hate with love. Counter the hate with love. Right? That's what we got to do, man. That's what we got to do. So don't judge something before you watch. I know we got, you know, trailers, and you can judge the trailer. You can say, the trailer didn't bring me to it. And if you're not gonna watch, be honest about it. Hey, I didn't think the trailer was good, you know, but don't judge something before. If you ain't watched it, don't even jump into the conversation. because you haven't watched it. You ain't watched it. And me, myself, I'm gonna start calling out bad faith reviews. And I'm gonna support creators and voices, women, and just support, you know what I'm saying? Because Riri Williams, Dominique Thorne, they should not be getting no hate. We can, like me, I'm critiquing the process. It's been 3 years. Now I ain't getting soft. Now I ain't, I ain't getting soft. But I will critique the thing. For me, is the process, because I haven't really seen somebody, especially in these comic book spaces, I haven't seen really bad actors. Somebody who didn't show up and do their job, right? Not necessarily. I know it's some people I could probably point out and say, oh, nah, that person kind of phoned it in. But for the most part, I haven't seen bad actors play these characters, right? But I will talk about the process. Why did it cost so much when you know the return? Like, I think our studios, the return should be, yes, shoot for the stars. You might fall on the moon. I get all that. But at the end of the day, you've done some type of assessment, threat assessment to see where you fall at. But then you spend the $250+ million on something that may or may not break even. That's what be killing me. So I talk about the process. This show, it's been 3 years. Who's checking for Riri now? Like, who checking for Riri? You've been done with this show for 2 years. Who is checking for Riri? And now you gotta market it in a way that seems rushed, don't seem authentic. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna always talk about the process, because even to protecting the actors. Protecting the actors is, it's like they set them up to fail. They said the Marvels was a good film. It wasn't the best film in the world, but it was a good to me. I thought it was a decent film. Some things I probably would have left off, you know what I'm saying? Maybe would have rewrote a little bit, but it was a decent film overall. Man, they threw that film to the wolves. Just threw it out in the middle of the ocean and told it to sink or swim. Right? Captain America, Brave, same thing. Set that character up for failure. No blade, killed T'Challa. Who is over? Who is where what it is? Where the scouts at? That's what they need. They need a scout team. See, I'm looking at these things like sports. These teams have scout teams. They go out and they get the information on, you know what I'm saying, on who they draft and all that. They need a scout team. Their scout team should consist of going into the books, reading the books, pairing the storyline for the, you know what I'm saying, and doing all of that thing. Parsing through the storyline. Not just saying secret invasion and, you know what I'm saying, that ain't got really jack to do with, or it's a skeleton of. You know what I mean? Why Luke Cage ain't been brought in? Luke Cage, I know we talk a lot about Black Panther, but Luke Cage was Marvel's first ongoing Black superhero book. Black Panther was his first Black character. Luke Cage was his first ongoing book. Was the first Black superhero to get a book in Marvel. Where he at? Like, you got these Black characters that you can really use, and you're not using. That's all, man. I think it's dumb to go and let me just end it with this. I think it's dumb to go and just hate on a film, and I know it's because of what she and who she is. But I think that's dumb. What does that prove? That's one of the reasons why I'm like, everybody shouldn't have the internet. Hate to say it. Everybody shouldn't be privy to the internet. Everybody shouldn't be privy to social media. You might need to take a test or something, right? Or in order to, maybe this should happen. In order to review a film or a movie or whatever, you should have to maybe pay a subscription fee. Be actually part of the community, right? You got to pay for this, yo. You can't just come over here willy-nilly. You want to do that, you go over to Twitter, X, Facebook, and do all of that over there. But here, where people come for educated critiques and things like that, you might have to pay. You know, might just have to pay. But yeah, man, that's my time, man. That's my time. I'm gonna leave y'all with this when it comes to Ironheart. That movie hasn't had a chance to speak for itself yet. Let's not let the trolls be the loudest ones in the room. Let's go out here and support the show tonight, or whenever you watch it, support it. If you like it, talk about it. If you don't, you ain't got to talk about it. How about that? Like, and that's another thing. You don't have to say that it's trash. You don't have to say nothing. You really don't. So, it is what it is, man. It's what it is. But yeah, ladies and gents, I appreciate everybody who joined me today, man. That is my time. Had fun with y'all today. Yeah, I think this is what I'm going to start doing. Blues News is going to be live from now on, man. Blues News will be live from now on. And I'll probably still break the videos down throughout the week. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't watched it, that way you can watch it on the replay gang, things of that nature. But yeah, and then check us out Thursday, Blues House Live. I think I'm going to change the name of that too. I don't want to call that Blues House Live anymore, because I want to get that mixed up with Blues News. I'm going to change it to something else. But yeah, check me and Mika. I don't think Mika gonna be here to this Thursday. I think she got a prior engagement she has to do. But yeah, Thursday, be live, 8 o'clock. Y'all come kick it with your boy. Matter of fact, do I got that schedule? I think I still got the schedule. Let me show y'all the schedule. Boom. That's my stream schedule. Blurred AF on Mondays, Blues House Live on Thursdays, and Blues News throughout the week. So that's what we're getting into. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, man. Hit that notification bell. Please, 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 please. I hope that you shared it with your peoples. You know what I mean? And you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. Till next time, peoples. Take it easy and be safe. And we are out.